What is up, guys and gals? It's me, your old buddy Mr. Moose, back with another edition of Transport Fever. Alright, so we're doing the U.S. campaign, and when we last left off, we're on the fourth series of the campaign, which is motor industry. We're in the Chicago area, and we had just established our food supply run here, where we're taking food from each farm, bringing that down to the processor, processing, that's getting distributed into the town, and then we've also got a little supply run here going at the farm. We've got stone being pulled out of a quarry over here to make construction materials, which are being taken to the Indianapolis Speedway. And that is where we last left off. Now we're actually starting to make a little bit of money, though we've only had 2 real years of profit so far. We started in 1911. We lost money. We lost money in 1912. In 1913, we made a little bit of profit of 125K. And then in 1914, we made 194K. This year, it looks like maybe it's going to be our breakout year. We're already up to 571K, though that number fluctuates because the train eats a lot of money as it transits along. However, we're starting to get surpluses here at the docks, which means each time the train comes in and loads up and goes back out, it's carrying a full load, which means it's making almost $800,000, $900,000 a load now, where it was making $300,000, $400 a load. So if we get that surplus built up, where each time it gets a full load of grain and a full load of livestock, then we're going to really start seeing the money come in. We are also getting some surpluses built up here as far as food on the docks, which means we can add some more trucks in. The same thing is going on over here with the stone. So today I want to focus in on beefing these runs up a little bit and then expanding out a little bit more. Maybe if we get a little bit more money in the coffers, we can put our freight line into Indianapolis. But we're just going to go ahead and work with a little bit. Now, on the stone side, we see we have 46 units. I only have 3 trucks running right now, and each truck holds 6. So we're only able to carry 18 per run. So I could probably put 3 more trucks on this line. Consequently, we're starting to get some supplies built up here, so we probably are going to need to get some stuff out of here. Yeah, they've got 15 materials here, and I've only got 2 trucks on this line. So we're going to double up both of our lines here. I'm going to go to road vehicles, and I'm going to go ahead and get 3 road vehicles to pull stuff out of the quarry. So that'll go on to our stone to construction line. And then I'm going to go ahead and get 1, 2... I think I'm going to need 4. I think I'm going to need 6 total to match up the other one. So I'll get 4 and set this on the construction line that is going to the speedway. Because theoretically, I should need the same amount of trucks going from here to here as I have going from here to here, because the materials used, it's a 1-to-1 on the production. So for every stone that goes in, I get a piece of construction materials. So I should have to have the same number of vehicles. So we'll get those guys out on the road, and they're rolling. And we'll get that line beefed up a little bit. And that line is making money. We'll look at everything that is out right now. All the lines are profitable right now. Now, though, the profit on these 2 will go down a little bit because the trucks are in transit, but once they start hauling, this line will become profitable again. All the lines are actually profitable right now, which is nice to see. I mean, even the train's in the green, and at 365K, and it's got almost a full load on it again, 34 and 37. So it's going to cook out another $600,000-$700,000 right now. So the train may actually start to become profitable and be a good thing for us. So let's see what it does when it drops this load off. 600K that it dropped off that line that time. So and we are in August, so it's going to lose money headed up to the farm, but I mean it's paying for itself, so that's good. All right, down here, we're falling behind on the food. We have 50 units on the dock, 51 units. And these guys are doing their best to keep up with it. So what I'm going to do is come over here and add another terminal over here that will cover this side of the city. And then we'll add another, what do we have? We have 4 trucks on that line. I think we'll beef that line up to 5 trucks. And then I'll put 5 trucks on the other side of the city. So let's look at what we got here. That particular station is covering that side of the city. So we should be able to come over somewhere over in here, put in another station over in this area, and we should be able to, cover most of this area. So residential wise, this building right here probably doesn't cost us that much. Let's rotate this piece around and see what it would cost to put this truck station in right here. If I put it all the way up to the street, it would cost me 208K or 280K. How much would it cost right there? That's 460K, 284K, 500K. I'm almost willing to suck up 280K to get that much coverage on the city. That would be pretty darn good. Let's see if we can massage that around and get it parallel to the street. 285 right there. That's not too bad. I don't think I'm getting any better placement on it to get that good of coverage. My only other option is to put a little road in. Like if I came and put a... I mean, just for giggles, I'm going to go ahead and build this out because it won't cost me that much. And you're going to need it anyways down the road. We come over and put... Come on, we can make that straighter. We put that there. And let's say with that in that placement, we put the depot on there. Well, it's still going to cover most of that area. And I don't have to... if I put that right there, I get these buildings right there that are in the back there that I don't get here, but... I mean, it almost cost me as much to lay that road as I'm going to lose on these 2 buildings here. Yeah, I want the coverage. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take it. And then we'll just bring this road across and make this a residential, define this residential area out a little bit more. We can come from here. Oh, why aren't you building there? Too much curvature. Whatever. You're silly. Anybody keep hearing that turkey? I keep hearing the turkey in this game. Here we go. And we'll get rid of that little cropping there. We'll let the computer do whatever it wants with this area. I just want to square that road up a little bit. And then we'll bring it up into here a little bit more. Just give the game a little bit of area to work into. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. I don't want that either. Don't want that either. Oh well. None of that's gonna work. Ooh! New trucks. Finally. Finally, we got new trucks. Haha. Alright, so we got the Mac AC trucks that just came in, which means we get the gas powered and get off these steam trucks. First ones I want to update are the farm lines, so let's go ahead and upgrade those. To replace those, I'm going to switch down to 25% durability. So I'm going to set my vehicle, and I'm going to have the Mack truck is what I want to replace. So instead of having to return these to the depot to replace them, all you need to do, if they're at least 25% wore out, go ahead and switch over to 25% of them as when you want to replace it. If I want to replace it at 100% or 125% or whatever, I'm going to switch it to 25%, and then I'm going to go ahead and say yes. So as soon as these vehicles hit the dock the next time, they'll replace out and they'll become the new vehicles, which is going to be the Max, which is going to carry more inventory, and it's going to carry them faster. So if we see this, right now it holds 6, and it's pretty slow. We'll pick up a few miles an hour, and we'll pick up the ability to carry now, I think 9 is what it will carry. What? It didn't change. They're not old enough? Ugh. Change, I say. Change. Change is good. How old are these? Details. Tell me how old you are. 4 years. But I want you to change. Well, we'll leave that up there, and as soon as they get old enough, they'll change out. I'm not going to force them right this moment, because the time it would take to get them down to the depot and everything just to sell them off, or just to change them over, would be ridiculous. So we'll just leave that set that way, and as soon as they get old enough, they'll change over. We'll do the foods as well. Go ahead and set them up. I don't want to do too many right off the bat, because that would cost me way more money than I have. All right, so set up the Max and set that up. Really, in all honesty, the ones I ought to be changing out are these, just because they take so much time to get back and forth. The speed on them would be nicer. Plus, they hold more. But all right, so this inventory on here, we're looking at grain 37. So we're starting to fall behind here, but new trucks will fix that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Buy road vehicles. Buy 2 Max. Set that line. Set that to the farm. There we go. Yeah, because look, the top speed on this is 19, where the other one was like 16. But it holds 8 units instead of just holding 6. So that little extra capacity is going to help out. And then once I get these 2 up here, then I'll just depot those 2 and sell them. Hate to do it, but gonna have to happen. All right, 2.3 million. We're starting to make money. The train is up to 600K again, and it is on its way to pick up another load, which means it's going to lose a lot of money, but that's okay. So let's find our Macs. Here they are, coming up. Take a look at the Mack truck. Nice to have those now. They will help increase productivity. And we are going to put those to work over on the other side of the map, because we need to come over here and set up this crude oil line. So they kind of came in a good time. We will go ahead and throw down a truck area here. And again, I just want to get as far away without losing the capture as I possibly can, which is going to be right here. And I will spool that around so it just aesthetically looks right. Boom. That one goes there. And then we want to put one here, which is probably going to be right in this area somewhere. We'll spin this around. Each of these segments, it's usually you can see it by the segment as to what captures and what doesn't. Like that segment won't capture it, but then it moves over into this segment. You can see that that captures it, and there's a segment right there. So we'll put it in right there. And just move it in ever so slightly. Just rotate it a little bit. There we go. We'll set up a transport line for that. Come to our line manager, new line. And that line is going to be from here to here. And we are now officially in Detroit. So the label on this is going to be for Detroit. And that is a road course. And we'll just call this crude and ref for refinery. And that line is set up. Let's come down here, get ourselves a depot. We'll give Detroit its first depot. Roll this around like so. Drop that in. That's good. And we'll buy some road vehicles. So we need 1, 2, 3. And we will assign all of those to the crude to the refinery. Meanwhile, we want to set up a delivery point here in Detroit for what we just did. So we need to find a place to put a bus stop in or a truck stop in that is going to cover the majority of the area without spending the most money. I want to pull this road on across here like so and square that up. And I'm wondering if I put that truck stop right, not the depot, truck stop, covers a little bit of the area. How does that do catchment? That's okay, but it's not wonderful. Like I said, there's not going to be an area where I'm going to get everything in one fell swoop. It's just not going to happen. It would make more sense to be up in this area where I've got more businesses up here. But again, it's costly to put it in that area. 700. I don't think I can find a cheap place to put it. I'm just kind of glancing. I know I need to square it up and everything. I'm just taking a rough overshot. I don't really see a cheap place to put this in up here to make profit on it. We might be able to take one building out and put a little road in again. This particular building, to demolish it, is 150K. Alright, so let's pause the game real quick because I don't want to build it in if I do this. Let's see if I can put a little road right here and only take out that building. 3 buildings get removed if I put a road in. You gotta be kidding me. Why does it take the road across the street from me out? What if we go this? How many buildings does that take out? It takes out 3 buildings again. 2 buildings removed. Why it takes the one across the street is beyond me. So that's 180K. We can afford that. So let's take 140K out the bank. Put that road in. And now let's see what it does catchment wise if we put this here. And we still lose that lower section down there, even if we put this right here. If I put it on this side over here, it's still going to be the same thing. It's based on how the road traffic is. But this will give us a place here where we can have an upper delivery zone. So we'll put one here. And we'll massage that around just a little bit. All right, so we'll put one there. And we'll go ahead and put another one in down here. And that will give us coverage on the whole map for the most part. And then we can worry about getting things placed out after that. Need to be more over this direction to get in the buildings in blue that didn't get covered. There we go. Actually, I wonder if I can come right here and put it in and get even more. Can I get all the way over there? Terrain alignment, terrain issues, terrain alignment. Yeah, I don't think I can fit it right here. Yeah, well, let's rotate it around. We'll put it right back here where we're talking about putting it. There we go. That works. Sinks in. All right, so we got a couple of depots there. That we can put those in, or truck stops, whatever you want to call them. All right, and those guys are going into there. They're going to start their leg. We've already got crude oil sitting up there ready to roll to the refinery. So, just so we get a little money coming in, let's go ahead and get a couple of trucks. Let's do this. I want to make sure that I get coverage all across the city. So I'm actually going to make 2 routes. I don't know if you could make 1 route and have them cover everything, so I'm going to make 2. I would think if you were hauling in, as soon as it hits here, it's just going to drop everything here. I would like for it to be able to hit here or here, but I doubt you can do that. So let's just go ahead and make 2 routes. We'll make 2 runs. One will be like Detroit North and the other one will be Detroit South or something like that. So we'll make a new line, and you're going to go from here over to here, which is Detroit Exchange. And so we will call this Detroit, and this will be fuel dock 1, maybe that fuel to yeah, dock 1. Let's just call it dock 1. That'll work. Trying to come up with all these fancy names and everything. Just keep it simple, stupid. Alright, so this will be to 2. So we'll go DT dot fuel to dock 2. And that'll work. So that gives us our line, and then we need to assign here to here, and that's good. Get rid of both of those. Come over here, buy a road vehicle, buy Mac, and assign that one to Detroit 1. Buy a road vehicle and assign that to 2. There we go. And that way we'll have coverage all across the city with that. All right. Where are we at? 1.9 million is what we got going on here. Let's look at our ledger, see what we got going on. Of course, the new things that we just put in, they're going to lose money immediately. But everything else is sort of making money. Where's our train at? I always like to look at where it's at in relationship to how much money it has. It's way up here. It's coming out of the chute. It's November. So it's possibly going to make a profit for the year. It is at 674K right now. It will lose probably half of that coming down. So it's December. It's definitely going to show a profit on the ledger. Now, what does it do in February when it gets down here to the depot is a whole nother story. If that number continues to grow, then that's good. If it's making a profit every year, I'm happy. So coming up on the end of the year real quick here, which is when we have to pay all the bills and everything. So let's see what happens if it goes ching hard into the red. 28th, 29th, happy birthday, and New Year. Yeah, lost a little bit of money, but it's not terrible. And we got a new streetcar. That's cool. Alright, so at this point, 673K. is where we're at with it. That's not bad. So if we look at last year's profit statement for 1916 we only made 12.7k versus 116k, but we did buy a bunch of vehicles, so yeah. All right, up here at the farm, let's look at where we're at. We got those two done. Oh, and all these have changed over to trucks. Great. I didn't get them sold off quick enough. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. All right, so those are all max now. These are all max now. The street construction, that's what cost us all our money last year, was changing everything over to the max. Let's make sure these are now turned off upgrade. So replacement, we'll move it back to 100%. We'll turn the replace off.
The pigs are loose. No idea how that happened, but the animals are frolicking around on the roads near the slaughterhouses. What should we do? We could run the animals over. Luckily, no one sees the manner in which canned meat was slaughtered. Our vehicles shouldn't take any damage in doing so, or will they? The pigs seem to think that they can escape their fate, but they don't know us very well. We should improve the fences urgently. A one-time investment that will pay off.
So, yeah. So we'll lose $1 million by doing that. Or we can run them over. Cynical me wants to just run them over. But no, we should pay the $1 million. It's, well, luckily we're up to 2.3 million, so we'll pay it and, get an award for it, which is cool. All right, so we're back down to 1.3 million. But things are moving along. Wow, look at that. We've got a lot of grain sitting over here. So when the train gets back around, which it is on its way, we will be good. We got lots of food stores down here as well. So let's see. Lower Chicago. We're eating alive here. We never did add this route in, did we? Did we? We messed around and didn't add it in, did we? We got sidetracked by the vehicles. Yeah, well, that happens. All right, so we need a line. This will be Chicago Food 2. So let's go ahead and add a new line. Move it down here so I can see it. Grab that. And grab that. And this will be Chicago 2. So, again, remember to erase it. Drives me nuts. Food 2. All right. That line is done. Come over here. And let's get... How much do we have sitting over here on the stockpiles? Almost 60. And they're just not even keeping up with that. So each vehicle is coming in, is grabbing a little bit and taking it out, and there's 4 on that line. So I'll put, let's see, these hold 8 per. So if I put 4 on, that should be good. All right, so grab this, buy 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Set the line, and the line is going to be Chicago Food 2. And those guys will be off and running. Alright. Alright, next thing we need to do is we probably should look at everything over here real quick. Just double check everything, make sure things are moving along well. These guys are loaded up with fuel and headed out. Oh. Need to tell those guys to sit at the docks when they don't have a full load. Let me get that for this one and for this one. And let's see, the dock is called Detroit Annex. So let's have them wait at the annex for a full load. I don't want to be wasting any money. And then these guys... They're coming up here to this one, Detroit South. This is this guy here. Let's make sure they're doing the same thing at Detroit South. They're getting a full load when they go in there. All right. These guys, you really don't have to worry about them. They're struggling to keep up anyways. But we want to say to them to do the same thing at Indianapolis East. The namings on these are so funny. That should be good. There. What do we got here? 19. All right, we're at $1.1 million. I don't want to spend any more money on upgrades until we have another $1 million in. So, but this train's rolling in. It should dump off quite a bit of revenue. And again, I know I can take a loan out. If I went ahead and spent a little bit more money, it'd give me an option to take a loan out for like $5 million, $6 million. And I could do a lot more with it, but I sort of am holding off on that. I sort of want to see if I can do it without that. I think you can get up to 2 loans during the game. And right now, I'm just about to finish off this transport livestock, which, if I finish that, it might give me a new influx of cash anyway, so I'm going to hold off. All right. Here goes a bill. It's August. Here comes our train. And we will go ching. 449,000. That's not nearly as good as I thought it would be. Huh. How much we got sitting up here? We got quite a bit sitting up here. We just don't have the livestock. The livestock are killing me. We got plenty of grain. We just don't have the livestock. I almost need put this thing in the depot and put some more grain carts on it in order to continue to make. But each of those is $500,000. That's quite a bit. I don't want to replace these until the gondolas update, so I can get bigger gondolas. Alright, well, grains are moving. Only other option we could do is start to move some food into Indianapolis via truck, because we got a station here. We could run it all the way in and hit like right up in here. We could put a terminal in, and we could truck food in this way. Or I can just go in debt and do the job. It is a campaign, so yeah, the investors are going to have to come off some cash. I think we'll go ahead and work on getting our train station into Indy. Since my residential area is over here, I think I want to come over here and drop in a freight station here. Or do we want to put a... Decisions. Public transportation in the city or a freight line? Freight line. Yeah, freight line. Toss a coin. Public transportation in the city. Trucks can make money. While they were making money, then we can go do everything else. Or buses. So let's go passenger line. And we'll look for a place to put a bus in. Eventually we want to put a train station in over here. So let's go ahead and let's tie these two in together. Make it that road there. There we go. And let's go ahead and put a bus depot in. Or a bus station. Yeah, let's put our bus station in right about here. That we can eventually use for passenger service for a railway. Put this in. And we'll go ahead and put in some bus stops. We'll come over here, we'll grab a bus stop here. Bus stop there. A bus stop there. One here. And another one right there. And we will make a line. And that line will be just our commuter line. So let's add our stations in. We'll start with our hub. Then we'll go here, 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 and here. And that will be our commuter line. So let's go ahead with Indy Commute. Alright, oops. I always forget that. Here we go. Indy Commuter is not spelled with an I. There we go. Alright, so we got that line set up, which means we need some buses. So we need to come over here to this. Road vehicles. We got the max. I was hoping we had the bigger buses. But we'll go ahead and get 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead with 4 right now. And we'll throw that on the computer line. Alright. That's cool. We got a whole lot of people walking out here to the racetrack also. Seems like we might ought to put a bus out here. So let's do this. Let's put a bus station out here as well. Because there seems like a whole lot of people out here. Actually, we just need a bus stop, right? Now we'll put a bus station in. Put a bus station in right here. Because there'll be a lot of people moving in and out of here. There we go. And let's make a line for it. So what I think is if I run to this hub up here, right? And then I run that out to here, I should pick up a lot of people coming out here. So let's make a line for it. New line. This guy. Going to this guy. Yep. And that should be it. So, Indy Speedway. All right. And we'll put some vehicles on that. And we should see if that pays off. So 1, 2, 3 begin with. And that's the speedway. You know what? I should have just ran it. Well, no, that's yeah, that's bus, and that is freight, so it wouldn't have worked there. Wow, look at all that sitting there. 93 grain. We have got to make a grain. We've got to make an adjustment to this thing and put some more grain carts on it. It's just loading up with grain. right. We want to do the same thing down here. Want to put a bus station in. And I think I want to put a passenger line in. Passenger lines usually make pretty good money. So let's do a passenger line. All my residential is down in this area. So let's see if we can't come across, put a train station and a bus station in down here, and go from there. So if I put a rail station in, a passenger, don't really want to do that one. I want to do a terminal. I'm just going to put it right there. And I'm going to run a road straight across here. Oh, that didn't work. Come over that to here. That works. And then come off of here into here. Why do you have to turn? Why do you have to try to make some crazy abrupt turn just to put a road down? There we go. Alright, so, and then we'll tie that road in, and I'm going to take a couple of houses out in doing so. That's alright. That gives me that, and then I'll put the bus depot right behind that. Right, so we'll rotate this around. Come on. We'll put our bus depot in. Bada bing, bada boom. And then let's start putting in some bus stops for people to ride our commuter rail around. Not our commuter rail, but our commuter line. Alright, so we'll come out here, grab that part of the city. We'll come up here and grab this section of the city up here by the transit area. We'll grab this section of city there. Then I guess maybe we put a stop here and a stop there, and that should cover it pretty good. Let's turn off some labels real quick. I am tired of looking at labels moving around. Let me turn that off so I don't listen to it. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our line for this. And we're in Chicago, so new line. And this will be Chicago. And that is on the road. And this is commuter. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and add some buses to that. So let's just add 4 buses to this line. There we go. And we'll set those to the commuter line. And we'll get that rolling. Oh, I have no bus stops on the commuter line. Duh. Moosey, you idiot.
The meat business isn't going badly at all. But if we're to enter the automobile industry, we're going to need much more money. More lucrative, albeit far riskier, would be the transport of certain liquids that have recently been banned for the good of society. Something which hardly anyone except the police cares about. Moonshine is being produced in an inconspicuous hut somewhere in the forest, and we can deliver it to the cities. At the end of the month, our client, who would like to remain anonymous, will pay us a bonus for each crate we transport. If we don't want to get our hands dirty, we can decline the offer with thanks and remain in the pig business.
I guess we should definitely start looking at hauling a little moonshine then. Alright, so we got to generate $10 million to get to the next thing, so yeah, that's going to be a challenge, seeing as we're barely squeaking by. But we're about to make a lot of money. We're about to start making the money because we're going to put a pasture line in, and we'll start making money with it. So commuter runs are out. So that service is going. And then we just got to get a passenger rail going. Let's see. The commuter in Indianapolis ain't making no money. The Speedway run isn't making any money. Everything else is making. All the commuter stuff I just put in is not making any money. But everything else is. So the moonshine's got to be this guy here. So we definitely want to capitalize on that. So here's our distillery. We'll go ahead, and apparently we don't have to have anything that goes to it other than we just have to haul this away. Gee, seems like nothing could go wrong there, huh? All right, so we'll grab that. Where's it? How far can we catch it? Catches right there. Again, why have my trucks drive way up there when I can have them drive right here? So I'll put my catchment zone in there. Of course, I just put the wrong thing down. I put a bus thing in. Yeah, we're bringing tourists over here and to check out your still. You don't mind, do you? I know you wanted to stay anonymous. You know, I just thought I'd bring some people over here and turn you into Lynchburg. All right. So that's that. That facility is there. That facility is there. We should already have places for him to deliver. So let's just go ahead and put some trucks on line and go ahead and get that up and operational. So we'll establish a new line. This one is going to be from here to here. And we'll just see how that goes. So this is Chicago. Chicago bootleg. Bootleg 1. All right, so that'll be our liquor establishment. And we'll go ahead and throw a couple of road vehicles on there. 1, 2, 3. Let's just see how that does. And off they go. Gosh, we're getting a lot of vehicles out. We got to make some money. I get the feeling I'm going to need a loan. Alright, so we got vehicles everywhere moving now. I'll turn them back on so you can see all the labels. Again, you can turn all the labels off up here, which is nice. We can turn all the bus and tram stops off so we don't have to see them, where all we see is the vehicles. Got some people starting to use it though. I got a customer wanting to ride the bus. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you need. I see more customers up here riding the bus too. Oh yeah, Indy's starting to catch on to the whole metro thing. They are riding the bus. And we got 12 people wanting to go to the Speedway. It's gonna work. It's gonna pay off. Oh, look at all that grain, man. It's got all. We got to get another. We got. I can't keep nickel and dime in here. I got to get some more. Got to get some more train cars. Wow, look at all the food. How much? Where's all this? Oh, new train. The Milwaukee Road Class EP2. That thing is sweet, but boy, it costs like $8 million to get one. All right, let's get this rail run. We're gonna run some rail, and we'll see what happens. I should get a loan here in a minute. Let's just see if it'll give me a loan just for hitting it. Borrow? Oh, no, everything's grayed out. Well, let's just see if it gives me a loan. Come out here just a little bit. start aiming over here just a little bit. I want to jump this. So now we raise the roof a little bit. Yep, raise that up. Now we should be able to jump over this. Here we go. And want that to have some speed to it. Doesn't have to be too tall as long as everything can get under it. Yep, that's level. Yeah, we gotta go there. 37 miles an hour at that point. If we change it to that, we're 56, and that is 75 miles an hour. Oh, I definitely want top speed. There we go.
The money is slipping through our fingers, people. We'll soon be bankrupt. But if we're prepared to grovel on our hands and knees, our financiers will grant us a bridge loan.
Well, we'll take out the bridge loan, because I want to get this done. Alright, so with our bridge there, now we need to just come down. Come on down. It's really a lot more bridge than I wanted to build. But okay. Oh, and that's way too deep. Don't want to go that deep into the ground. Sorry. Let's see. Nope. Come on back up. Come back to level. There we go. And we're going to shoot for up there. Alright, so do that. Gotta get some pastures running. And that'll make us some money. And then we'll get freight to Indy, and then we'll work on Detroit. Alright. Here we go. Alright, somewhere up here we need to put in a train depot. And I'm thinking right over here next to this guy. So, what do we got here? I don't need to come off the back of this for any reason. So, I'm just going to kick this out a little bit. And then should be alright. I'll build a little bit of a road here. Coming from here over. That's that. Train terminal. Depot. Round, 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 round. There we go. And come to about right there. That works for me, kids. Alright, so now I just got to rail this around. I need to come out just a little bit more straight. Got to do a little massaging, but that'll work right there. And then I can turn it. There we go. And we'll delete off this excess that we don't need. Up to about right there. I put too much in. Put too much in. That's alright. Alright. There we go. That's good. That is good. Alright, so now let's get some train going. get rid of this. And, well, I want to double that track up a little bit. Yeah, I could do that later. All right, that's good. That'll work. Lovely. We got train now. Connected all the way from Chicago to Indianapolis. Let's go ahead and get a line set up. New line. Station. Do. Set that station up. There we go. And this will be our passenger line. So it'll be Chicago / / and that will be Indy. That will set that line up. We need a depot to put on that line somewhere. Not going to be able to hit it here. I guess we'll hit it up in Indianapolis. It'll be easier to put it up in this area somewhere. So we'll just grab it right about here. That'll give me plenty of room. Alright, so that ain't going to work. There we go. And then bring that out straight a little bit. And then we'll put the depot on here. And we'll set up a train and we will be ready to rock and roll. Boom. Trains. Choo-ka-choo. What do we got? We don't have really anything I want right now. Alright, so we'll just get the cheapest thing that we can do. We'll do the... We got 7 million though. Man, this train's pretty good. The Atlantic. It's pretty fast too. Gonna cost us, but it's got the speed. Yeah, there's the Milwaukee. Woohoo! $8 million for it. Alright, so we're gonna go with the Atlantic and we'll grab it and we'll throw a couple of state cars on the back of it. And let's see, that's 19, 18, 16. That will do 112 miles an hour. We definitely can grow into those, but the train that we're going to run can only do 60. So let's just do the 6-axle cars here. $700,000 each. 1, 2. Set the line. I'll go to Indy. Roll on. Do we already have people? No. No, there's people at the bus stop, but we will have people soon. All right, and then we need definitely to upgrade our green train. Now that we got the money to put a second train on, I'm just going to double this track up and we'll run 2 trains. At this point, is this train making money? Let me make sure it's making money. I could speed it up and just put a new... I could just put a new engine on it and speed it up. Train 1 is making 600K a year. If I put 2 trains on that line, I'm definitely not going to make that kind of money. So... everything else is making money except for the commuter line in Chicago, but that will start to make money with the train up. See how that train is super fast too. Pretty train too, man. Looks great. Let's get everything off the screen and just ride with it for a bit. I wish you could get down lower. Choo choo. So I don't have any signals on any of my lines yet, simply because they're all single trains on the line. I'll eventually have to be adding signals and all that to it. So, alright, we're running late on time, so I will go ahead and call this episode. We got our passenger line in. We got a little bit of expansion done. We're starting to make profits, even though we did have to take out a loan. But that money's coming back up. We were down to like $3 million a minute ago, so we're definitely going to make some money this time. And now we're on our way up. We're already on 1919. We're already $1.4 million in 1919. It's December the 19th, so we're probably going to make a profit this year, which is going to be nice.
A reliable source has told us that the police has gotten wind of the moonshine business and is going to conduct targeted checks. Luckily, our source can tell us exactly when and where these checks will take place, so we can make sure that they don't catch us.
Okay, well, it looks like they got a... Alright, so we need to pause, because it looks like that's where where they're doing it. So, I'm guessing that's what the green circle is. Do we see police down here? Now this is interesting. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, we ended up making 1.65 million last year, which is good, unless that factors in the thing. This guy's got a load on him. So basically what it said was, all right, so moral guardians on the move. Days until the police check. They check in 18 days, apparently. So let's see what happens if we stop one truck, the closest trucks. And read what it said again. You can stop vehicles, turn them around, or assign them to another line to escape the checks. Make sure the cargo vehicles loaded with the goods remain in the highlighted area, and make sure no cargo vehicles loaded with goods remain in the highlighted area when it turns red. I gotcha. So this is the area that they'll be recording the check-in, and you've got to have the vehicles out of there before it does it, which according to this is in 18 days. So interesting. I just want to go play and see how fast a day clicks by. Oh, a day clicks by quick. So let's get these turned around, or at least just stop them. So stop that one and stop that one. And then we'll hit play and we'll let this one move out of the area. 14, 13, 12. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3. Oh, he's going to make it out. He got out. So he can make his drive and do his thing. Nice. Alright, so the area is red. For now, where is the next area at? I don't see another green area.
Finally! Our sweat and blood and tears have generated the capital we need to invest in the automobile industry. Our friend William Durant is inviting us to be part of his company, General Motors. This is an offer we cannot refuse. Let's invest now.
Nice. So we've made $10 million back. How did the money just rolled in all of a sudden? I guess the moonshine industry's been paying off pretty good. because that was a lot of money to get in that short amount of time. All right, I'm at a loss. We'll see where the next little green thing is. We'll come back and we'll do some more of this, and we'll see what's up. And I will, oh, it's days until the end of the police check. I got you. Yeah, reading, it's overrated. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Again, if you've enjoyed the video, smack that like button for me. And, of course, share the video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And, again, thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you guys later. And until the next time, stay safe. Have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.